Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We only got a little time left here. It is zipping right through because we are on fire here today and we're enjoying what we're doing. We do it every single day. Love it, love it, love it. Now we're going to talk a little local politics, state and local. Stephen Richards, okay? Let me do this. I'm going to send you over a picture. And he might not like that one. He may like that one. I'm going to send it over. Let's see. It's just got his name on it. Tell me when you got it ready. I'm going to use it for the end of the show, okay? If you can do it. If you can't get it up if you can't get the picture set in by the end of the show, don't worry about it. I know I've got a bad habit of just throwing things out there. Oh, now I don't know where I saved it. Let me try S-T... Oh, I don't know where I saved it, so. All right, I can't find it, so I'm wasting precious time here. I met Steve Richards yesterday. He's a wrestler. You can look him up. I met him yesterday. Great guy. Really enjoyed talking with him. He's watched the show. Just a really good guy. WWE kind of stuff. Steve Richards, all right. His wife is opening a business in Blue Ridge. We'll get into that at a later time. So, okay, so here we go. Here we go. Now, there was a special election yesterday in House District, Georgia State House District, Representative District. 71, put this up here, number 3, okay? So they had a runoff because there were several candidates, and this is Georgia State House District 71, Coweta County. Is it Coweta County or Coweta County? Whatever one you want. And on the left there, Marcy Westmoreland Sarkisson, okay? And Philip Singleton on the right there, or my right, okay. Now, Marcy is the daughter of former Congressman Westmoreland. We'll get into that. She was labeled as the establishment candidate. We're just saying here, she was labeled as the establishment candidate. She was labeled as it's my turn candidate. My dad, you should vote for me candidate. There was a lot thrown at her. She was labeled as the candidate that supported MARTA. Now, there's a lot of people that are on the fringe of Atlanta, the counties, okay, you say MARTA and buddy, you have blown up an election. She was labeled MARTA friendly, okay? I will tell you what, you start talking MARTA up into Cobb and then you get out of Cobb up into Cherokee. Whoa, next thing you know is Pickens. So MARTA is an explosive. You can throw that right in the middle of an election and it blows up. So she was labeled a lot of things, and she was also labeled to be funded by what is called establishment candidates throughout the state. They labeled her. Now, I don't know any of this is true, so don't get me. I mean, the fundraising, maybe they did support her in her campaign. I don't know. You can look that up. But Marcy was labeled as being supported by Georgia House Speaker David Ralston, and Philip Singleton on the other side, I watched this debate, okay? Now, there's going to be a lot of argument out there of what this election in Georgia really means, where it comes to Georgia House Speaker David Ralston. Now, I watched this debate. It's 44 minutes of my life I can't get back. Why am I interested in Georgia House District 71? This is what I do. So I watched Philip Singleton. Now, when I watched the debate last week, I thought Philip was running. I mean, he threw the establishment candidate at Marcy Westmoreland as hard as he could. He went after her, but you would think he was not. You would think he was running against Georgia House Speaker David Ralston. He just attacked the speaker. So obviously, this is not a new friend coming to work within the Georgia House. So in this debate, and we'll move right along, in this debate, Marcy Westmoreland Sarkisyan went over the top saying that she was prepared to go up to the Gold Dome and represent Coweta County, make friends, get things done, and get things back in the district, the House district. Kindly saying, if you vote Philip Singleton in, if you think money is going to start trickling back to our district, you're badly mistaken. That was what she tried to put out. Now, I totally think it's wrong that any district in this, any House district in the state of Georgia, no matter how they're represented and by who, are judged to not get state funding for projects, schools, bridges, roads, whatever, because of who they are and if they like another person under the Gold Dome. I don't agree with that. Now, I'm not making that accusation. It happens, don't happen. You have enough out there on social media. You're making the accusations. I'll live with what you're putting out. But Marcy claimed if I go, I will get money for Coweta. So last night, number 4, okay? Last night, Philip Singleton in District 71 State House, 13 of 13 precincts, okay? He won 59% of the vote over Marcy Westmoreland Sarkisyan by 41%. Now, when I watched the debate, okay, I told somebody this. When I watched the debate, I said to myself, she was very choppy. She wasn't smooth. She didn't have her, she just had a very poor debate performance, is my opinion. And Philip Singleton had a very strong debate performance, just my opinion. That was last week. So anybody that decided at the last minute, now you have 59% to 41. And let me get the article from the AJC. This is going to be spun so many different ways. Army veteran Ross, this is an AJC article. Army veteran Ralston critic wins Noonan-based Georgia House seat. U.S. Army veteran and commercial pilot Philip Singleton has won the runoff election in Noonan area seat in Georgia House, dealing a blow to the chamber's powerful speaker and his allies. So this is supposed to be a blow. Now, just these are the words. You can make a decision yourself. Singleton defeated Marcy Westmoreland Sarkisyan, a private school teacher who had the support of the House's most powerful Republican in the runoff to last month's special election to replace former state representative Stover. According to unofficial results from the Secretary of State's office, Singleton won with 59% of the ballots cast by 770 votes out of 4,300. Now, 4,300 are all the votes, about 9%. Only 9% of the district's 48,000 registered voters came out to vote. Only 9%. I don't see how you can call a referendum on 4,000 votes out of 48,000. I don't see how you could do that. I do not know why the people did not come out and vote. Have no idea. 48,000. I don't know how you could start, slicing. It is clear that Philip Singleton did run against Speaker of the House, David Ralston, and I mean, he just pounded that home. So that is clear. I'll give him that. But I don't know how you can make a clear referendum when you have 48,000 registered voters and why did only 9,000 come out? I mean, why? did only, I mean 9%, I'm sorry. Why did only 9% of the district come out? Okay. The runoff had become a referendum on sorts on House Speaker David Ralston, and Tuesday's vote signaled that voters might be frustrated with the Blue Ridge Republican. Before leaving office, Stover was one of the 10 Republican legislators who signed a resolution calling for Ralston to resign over his delay in court cases and so on. So Stover, that resigned this seat, is one of the 10 that signed a resolution asking for Ralston's resignation as Speaker of the House of the State of Georgia. Only 9% came out. Now, I get it. The guy, I watch Philip Singleton. I watch his social media. I watched the posts from Debbie Dooley. I know Debbie for years. I watched all those posts. I was invited to support Singleton for State House Facebook page. I get it. I read every bit of it, okay? But I just don't leave it up to the AJC to call a 9% turnout. I think there's different things happening where only 9% of this district turned out, okay? Why did the last representative, if they won, why didn't the district not turn out overwhelmingly? I'm just asking some questions. Like 20, 25%. Yeah, damn it, we want Ralston out of there, and we're going to come to the ballot box and show you. I get it. I'm not taking sides, but I am watching this as a 9%. This is a little over 4,000 vote, a little over 4,000 vote election in the state of 48,000. Now, this is one of the 10, okay? 9% of a district of 48,000 registered voters, okay? House Speaker, it's a referendum. How come Stover, who was one of the 10 that signed the resolution, who backed Philip Singleton, why couldn't he get more than 9% to come out? Now, maybe also where Marcy Westmoreland's concerned, give me, and you can go look for yourself today, give me number 12, okay? Number 12, all right? This is less Westmoreland. Let me get back to that, okay? Let me get back to number 12 here. Hold on, I had it up here. Lynn Westmoreland, okay? This is her dad. Lynn Lynn Westmoreland was in office from January 2007, messing this up, to January 2013. He was a U.S. House of Representatives congressman from the 3rd District, okay? And before that, he was a member of the House of Representatives from the 8th District. Now, let's go back. Now, he is, he during his first term, Westmoreland was appointed to the U.S. Committee on Small Business. Let me see, I had something here this morning that I looked at. Let's see, Westmoreland has sponsored various bills of his own. I had him down here. On September 4th, 2008, Westmoreland described Democratic presidential nominee Barack Obama and his wife Michelle as uppity. He called them uppity. I'm trying to find out something else. There was a couple other things. I'm looking at my time. I got another story I want to work on. So maybe, let's go back, okay? Maybe, number 4. Marcy Westmoreland used her name Westmoreland, and it did not bring out what she wanted. So Philip Singleton running against the Speaker of the House of the State of Georgia. Let me just put it like this, okay, and you make the decision, all right? Last night, Georgia House seat District 71, went to Philip Singleton, a Republican, by 59%. Philip Singleton could not get his anti, David Ralston campaign. He could not get his former Stover state representative there in 71, Stover, who was one of the 10 members. He could not get any of that whipped up into a frenzy to equal over 2,558 votes in an area with 48,000 registered voters. Okay? So, referendum on David Ralston, okay. If you're out there and you're against David Ralston and you're running that narrative, fine. Okay? Just the facts are, it's a district of 48,000 registered voters. Okay? And this guy, I watched the debate. If you didn't, and I'm one up on you, I watched the debate. It had, he did win the debate, but in that, 10 times, he said he's running against David Ralston, basically, and he could not whip up into a frenzy the anti-Ralston vote to equal over 2,558 votes. Now, Marcy Westmoreland, on the other hand, she's going to go to Atlanta. Her campaign in the debate, she's going to go to Atlanta. She's going to make friends. She's going to get money back to the county or the district. She's going to bring back much needed revenue into the district. And she says you can't go to Atlanta and not get along with anybody and get something done. And then, by the way, Lynn Westmoreland's my daddy, okay? My daddy's Lynn Westmoreland. So Lynn Westmoreland, former congressman in that area, could not whip up enough frenzy, or Marcy, to get over 1,788 votes in a district that has 48,000 registered voters. There you go. So everybody's claiming their win. Philip will go to Atlanta. Probably, maybe he might be the kind of guy, find a couple TV cameras up there. You know, all of the Atlanta media will follow his ass around. Oh, there'll be cameras running behind him. Will you vote for David as Speaker? Will you do this? Will you do this? Will you sign the resolution? What will you do? Will you sign the budget? How do you feel? They will Ralston attack with Singleton as fast as they can. 2,558 votes. There's a referendum out of 48,000. Marcy Westmoreland, your daddy couldn't get you over 1,788. You make the call. I'm already seeing it on social media. I'll live with whatever you say. Take a brief break. We're going to go to Fannin County on elections next. All right?